we go. I can show him how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you gon' feel it though. My intro for this real shit. When I walk the bridge and we built it. Two hoes got the boy on kill clip. My team good and we rollin'. It ain't really hard to see that I'm fresher. I'm a F5 with Brock Lesnar. We ain't got time to listen. Yo, lecture, let him put the title up and I get your bitch. Asking the X, we ain't never made up. When the times got rough, we ain't never gave up. Boy, you next to the one like Morpheus. So the NLO can't fuck with us. That's real talk in this purple rain. Know some real dudes that'll bring the pain. Stay fresh, rock shades like Johnny K. So they got a bad bitch, don't on your blade. You ain't put in work, we can ask your girl. Bad cause she said I'm the best in the world. When it comes to the game, they honor me. I destroy your league, Sean Connery. That's a mirror depiction what I'm clone like. Team on like a hard light. Love bad girls that's all night. With a gang of weed and we all right. Found my inner Himoli. We don't run from victory. Keep pouring off that smeared off. I've been a boss like Tommy C. We work hard, ain't nobody that's fresh. You ain't gotta compromise, better analyze. Cause they call the boy Brock Lesnar. Bitch, my partner Dave, he dead on. When they called it smoking, I was in the zone.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and we just finished up with not only a really surprisingly good Monday Night Raw, but an exceptional Joe Cronin Show review over at Joe Cronin Show on YouTube. So I hope you guys watched that, and if you didn't, go check it out after this. But you have now tuned in to Dead on Dave Live, and it's time to get things going in a copious manner, because we got a lot to get to, because a lot happened on Raw. I thought it was a really solid show. There was a few things that I felt could have been done better in the first hour, but that's just nitpicky. Overall, I think it was a very solid go-home show. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but let's get into the reasons why. And of course, as always, we are taking your calls live. If you want to get your views on Monday Night Raw, you can go ahead and call in live on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA. Get your voice heard. Get your opinion heard. Now, before we get into Raw, I want to go ahead and show a picture that I saw and I found very interesting, or in Germany, sehr interessant. Yes, I'm dropping some German on everybody. I don't know much. I've been here 13 years, barely speak any German. My wife hates me. Let's go ahead and check this out. Very interesting picture. I'm throwing it up now. Make it bigger. Make it bigger. Well, who is that? Look at this guy. Who is that? If you can't tell from the picture, it is the Undertaker getting his swole on. This is about as good as the Undertaker has looked, in my opinion, in years. Now, the question, of course, is why does the Undertaker look like this? Very interesting. Why indeed? I think he looks like this because he's coming back, kids. And I think he's coming back much earlier this year than he did last year. How early? SummerSlam is a possibility, I'm thinking. Watch for the rumor mill to start picking up. Now that this picture has been released, and seeing the way he looks, and the fact that he's probably the healthiest coming out of a WrestleMania than he's been, I don't know, in the past 4 or 5 years, easy. There's finally now to talk about how The Undertaker couldn't walk in the back or had to be taken out by an ambulance or anything. He looks good. He looks jacked. He looks like he's in shape. Remember, The Undertaker is not as old as people say he is. A lot of people think The Undertaker is like older than Sting, like he's 57, 58. He's barely 50, if he even turned 50 yet. I'm not sure. He was 49 at WrestleMania. He still might be 49. Taker is not that old. He just looks decrepit because of how beat the fuck up he's been over the last few years. But The Undertaker, with proper conditioning and proper motivation, he can make a small little run. I'm not talking championships or anything like that, but how about him starting a feud with Brock Lesnar going into WrestleMania, or even him and Sting returning around SummerSlam to kind of start something going through the rest of the summer into Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. Nothing wrong with that either. Undertaker could be a solid plan B if indeed Stone Cold Steve Austin and Brock Lesnar is not going to happen, which, based off his neck, it might not happen. It may not be able to happen. Undertaker is a pretty damn good stand-in if you need a marquee match to sell WrestleMania 32 in Texas. Undertaker's the Texas boy too, just as legendary as Stone Cold Steve Austin, maybe not as popular, but certainly as revered. And that would be and they also have history, him and Brock Lesnar. So that's a very good possibility, but it would entail WWE kind of hitting the brakes and making Brock Lesnar a full-blown heel again, which I don't know if they're interested in doing. He's selling a lot of those Suplex City shirts. So, I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into Monday Night Raw. I wanted to bring that up. I thought it was interesting. And before we get into Raw, one more quick piece of business. Look at this picture as well. I love when mainstream sports pay tribute to wrestling in any capacity. This is Todd Frazier, who won the Major League Baseball Home Run Derby tonight in his town of Cincinnati. And look what he's holding. Look at his trophy. It's a WWE World Championship belt. Who says wrestling's not mainstream anymore, right? Come on. That's pretty badass there. So, pretty cool couple of things I wanted to show everybody and get your guys' reaction to that. But that's not really what you're here for. You don't care about Todd Frazier. You don't care about Frazier holding the belt. You probably don't even care about The Undertaker getting his swole on. You care about Monday Night Raw. So let's get into the copious amounts of notes and get right into this thing. Suffering Succotash. It's time to go. By the way, Pittsburgh Boy 96, I see you in the chat. What about Owens and Lesnar? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. This year, I'm not so certain. But WrestleMania 33, I think definitely. But maybe not this year. All right, let's get into Monday Night Raw. I really was happy with this Raw. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was a good show. It started off a little weird. I got to admit, Brock comes out, opens the show for the second consecutive week. We get a long, rambling promo out of Heyman. I didn't feel that it was up to his regular solid work. He would make up for that later. He would certainly make up for that later. But Seth comes out and he's botchy is the right word. Seth botches the hell out of that opening promo, but he sticks with it and saves it a little bit. Not as well as Kevin Owens did, but he does save it. He really sticks in there, and he shows that he is, whether or not he's going to be champion or even in the main event picture after Battleground, Seth Rollins has certainly accomplished what they wanted out of him, and that's make him a major star. I am not thrilled with the direction they've gone with Seth Rollins. I don't like that he's this Weasley little bitch champion. But you know what? The guy has shown so much. And unfortunately, a lot of his antics outside of the ring is taken away from how good he can be in the ring. When was the last time we really saw Seth Rollins shine in a match? For me, not since Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble, the triple threat. That was the last time I really was just awestruck by Seth Rollins. It's been a while. I take that back. WrestleMania or Randy Orton, that was a hell of a match too. But Randy really, he showed out for that match. Randy really kicked ass in that one. So that match was pretty solid as well. But you don't see it a lot anymore out of Seth because he's become the prototypical Triple H champion when Triple H was in Evolution. It's very similar to that. And it's not about the ring work. It's about keeping the title. Hopefully, with Seth, in my opinion, I think he's losing the belt to Brock Lesnar on Sunday. Hopefully, we'll get back to seeing Seth do what he does best, and that is absolutely be incredible in the ring. So after Seth makes a whole bunch of threats, Brock says a line of the promo there, I could take you to Suplex City tonight, bitch. I love that. Which all leads to an contract signing. Oh, God. I hate contract signings. So that was kind of a bad first step for me. I was like, oh, not a contract signing. I don't want to see a fucking contract signing. But Heyman did make me laugh. Did the Undertaker's baby brother just threaten us? I love that. I thought that was good. So a lot of good things coming out of the first segment, but overall I felt it was kind of subpar. Went on maybe a little bit too long. I would like to see a little physicality. Look, a lot of people complain that the opening promos go so long. Oh, we get a 20-minute promo at the beginning of every Raw. Well, there is a reason for that. And whether or not you agree with the reason or understand the reason even, that's something completely different. But the reasoning for it is you got to remember what Raw is there for. It's to sell the next pay-per-view. It's to sell the next event. And that is what Paul Heyman did. Paul Heyman sold the shit out of Battleground. He sold it, man. That's what he does. He gives you the dates. He gives you the times. He tells you where you can see it. He tells you why you need to see this beatdown. He gives you everything that you need. He sells it. You can say whatever you want about Paul Heyman, but first and foremost, man, he makes sure he sells the shit out of it. It's pretty cool. So after that, we get... Now, I saw commercials tonight, which I usually don't see because I have to watch things over here in Germany, either on Sky Sports, which sucks. I hate watching British channels because I hate the British commercials, or I have to use a stream, which I'm not a big fan of doing. But I like to watch it on the USA Network because I like to see the commercials because there's a lot of WWE-related stuff. So I decided to do that, and I saw a lot of the commercials. I found it pretty damn interesting. The first big commercial that I saw was the Tough Enough commercial, the big Tough Enough commercial, because, man, they're trying to push Tough Enough again. They're really trying to push it hard because it's been suffering a little bit in the ratings. People are talking bad about it. Guys like me not really getting into it too much. But how do they sell it? They try to sell it with a love interest. The new chick who's coming into the house is romantically involved with another one of the wrestlers already in the house. And I don't give a shit. I don't want to see that. There you go. Let's make it less about wrestling, even less about wrestling than it already is. That'll work. No, it's just going to alienate us even more. I don't know. But anyway, let's get our first caller tonight, AJ Tucker. It is way past your bedtime, young man. What are you doing? What's going on? What you got for me?
Well, thankfully it's summertime, so I...
Oh, that's right. It's not a school night. That's right.
Yeah. I got until August, so...
Thank God for that.
Yeah. But I just want to say tonight was a pretty good Raw. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
What do you think they're going to do with the Divas on Battleground?
For Battleground, I have no idea. Probably, I think we saw a really good idea of it. More than likely, a 9-woman tag, if you will. You got 3 teams that are clearly defined. Why not throw them in the ring with each other at Battleground? That makes a lot of sense to me. Paige, Charlotte, and Becky versus Naomi, Sasha, and the man-woman that is Tamina, and, of course, Team Bella. You have those 3 teams go. That should be quite interesting.
I'm just going to say this. I think I marked out when all 3 NXT women put their finishing submissions on all 3 Bellas.
It was awesome.
Team Bella. I marked out for that.
I did too.
Amazing.
I came off the couch, man. I came off the couch, and I was like, yeah! I thought that was awesome. Triple sub. Can't beat that.
WWE Divas don't know anything about those submissions.
They're about to learn. They're about to learn, young Tucker. They're about to learn. I got calls coming in like crazy tonight. I don't know what's going on. Everybody in the world's calling. So you got anything else for me, man? You could call back and make sure you keep watching the rest of the show. But you got anything else for me?
No, not right now.
Yeah, I appreciate the call as always, Mr. Tucker.
Thank you for letting me call in.
Hey, continue to do so, my friend. Talk to you later. AJ Tucker, everybody. Going right into another call. Dr. Bostonian calling live. Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, how's it going?
Living life, man. Germany is a beautiful morning. Actually, no, it's a really shitty morning now that I look outside. It's it's not beautiful at all, actually, now that I actually looked outside. It's gloom and doom and rain and shit. What do you got for me, Dr. Bostonian?
Well, I'm the kid who called about Triple H earlier on Cronin Show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we shit on you a little bit.
Yeah. You had a question for me, so I was wondering, I don't know, what the question was.
Oh, yes. That's right. You were walking your dog. I'm a dog lover.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking dog? It's been bugging me.
Chocolate Lab.
Oh, cute. All right.
Yeah.
I wish I had a joke segment to go in there, but I don't. I was just really interested in wanting to know what kind of dog it was.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, and I
appreciate
guess
you
like,
calling into my show so I can ask that question. I love that.
hey,
Thank
it's a
you.
great show. It's a great show. Hey, it's a great show. Been a fan for a long time, so
Oh, really? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. What, you got any
yeah.
opinions on Raw you want to get out there?
Great show. Yeah. I just want to add about the home run derby thing that you talked about. That was cool to see the belt. That was cool.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's a good thing for wrestling. It's a good thing for WWE. It's a good thing that when you see wrestling become more in the mainstream like that, it's good for this industry. When the Attitude Era was in full swing, that's all you saw. You saw it everywhere. You saw it in every major sport, and that kind of hasn't stopped. You still see it a lot of places. You'll see WWE references, John Cena stuff. You'll see athletes do "You Can't See Me" and all that. But it's kind of cool that the Home Run Derby, which has been revamped and was actually watchable this year, it was really good, from what I understand.
Really.
Todd Frazier's
Frazier's comeback was outstanding. I had to watch that. My friend's a huge baseball fan, and I just had to watch that.
I heard it was really good. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's one of the most memorable, probably derbies ever.
That's what I'm
Definitely.
hearing. That's what I'm reading. That the revamp really worked and it made it entertaining, and the 5-minute rounds really sold it. And and this was a home run derby missing Harper. It was missing Stanton. It was missing a whole bunch of really big names, but it still worked.
Yeah, which was big too. I bet if Stanton has the most home runs in the MLB, so it would have been interesting to see if what he would have done in that home run derby. He has more than Pujols. Yeah. It would have been really interesting. Shame he got hurt.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Harper in there too.
Yeah, but definitely. And to get back on Raw,
please.
I'm tired of the big slow, man. Tired of the big slow.
Yeah, I take big dumps on Big Show often, and I want to say something nice about the Big Show. I really do, but I can't. He was awful again tonight.
He's just too slow. He's too slow. And
He's
I think it's just time to hang up the boots.
I guess he can still appeal to the small kids who see him as this big giant, and that's great. But he doesn't have to be an active wrestler, to achieve that.
Yeah.
He's actually shown a lot of promise at the commentary booth. Every time I heard him at the commentary booth, I thought he was pretty good.
I was just gonna say he would be a great commentator. Get rid of JBL.
Once again, did JBL not have a terrible night once again?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's pretty bad. You got anything else for me, Mr. Bostonian? I got a few other people that are calling in. I want to get to as many calls as I can. They are flying in tonight.
Definitely get to it. Yeah, get to it. Great show. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, man. Make sure you keep watching, and feel free to call back.
Yep, definitely. Bye.
Take it easy, bud. Pittsburgh boy, you were live at Dead on Dave. What you got? Thanks for being patient.
Right before going to wrestling, I want to say real fast how I talked about the Pirates and the Cardinals yesterday.
Yeah.
Pirates won the series. So
yes, they did. Suck it, Huffman.
Very good. Yeah.
2 out of 3 winning back-to-back nights on walk-offs. That's pretty special. If you didn't watch Touch 'Em All today, Sayel. Yeah, Jesus. Sayel, call back when you fix your shit. If you didn't watch Tough Enough, the baseball show that Huffman and I do every week, it's right there on the uploads and stuff. Make sure you watch that. If you didn't get a chance to, we watch Huffman have an absolute emotional breakdown over the Cardinals, and it's hilarious. But what you got for me, Pittsburgh boy? What would you think of Raw tonight?
Oh, it was great. I know I talked about the Divas on Cronen's show, but just like what AJ said, when they all put their 3 submissions on those Divas, I completely lost my shit. I mean, this is the best I've seen the Divas in the main roster for a long time now. This is amazing that these 3 have come up.
It is. Having them all there at the same time, it's pretty damn cool to see how it instantly transformed the division. And I kind of like the fact, and I touched on this a little bit on Cronen's show, that it wasn't a situation where people were jumping the rails. There wasn't a surprise. I got nobody else that can Sayel, Jesus. I got nobody else that can take me out, and then like a surprise Sasha Banks come out. No, this was Stephanie McMahon standing in the middle of the ring and going, we need a change in the women's division. And you know what? I'm bringing in the talent to do it. and she did it, and it was
I never
awesome.
expected Becky Lynch. I never expected Becky Lynch.
No, everybody knew that Sasha and Charlotte were backstage, but nobody knew that Becky Lynch was even ready to come back. I thought she was still hurt. So that was a legitimate surprise, and it was awesome. It worked perfectly. Sael, do not be mad that I hung up on you twice, but I don't know what the hell. You had some kind of weird styrofoam love sex session on the phone there, and it was just very loud. And I don't know if you were going down a raging rapid. I have no idea, but I can't have that shit. It was blowing my eardrums out, so I had to let you go. But feel free to call back in, Sael, because I do like you. But back to you, Pittsburgh boy. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I marked out just like AJ did. I thought it was awesome. What else do you think of Raw, bud?
Like I said before, great show. I love the Lesnar and Ron segments. I also like how you were talking about Tough Enough a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
I can understand the fans cheering for ZZ because he's got the heart for it, but physically, I don't understand why they think he's gonna be able to make it. There's absolutely no way in hell this guy's gonna keep up.
Well, depending on if I haven't really seen him too much doing athletic things on Tough Enough, but if he can develop some kind of acumen to be someone who can go, Kevin Owens is chubby too. Now, the problem with ZZ is he's not overly tall or anything like that. He's not imposing, but he does have something that's important, and that is the support of the crowd. They're going to give him a shot. So we'll see what he can do. Whether or not he's going to be able to go, who knows? But obviously the one star that they're getting out of Tough Enough is this Patrick kid. He's really showing a lot. I think that he's going to be the guy.
Don't forget my girl Gabby.
Yeah, the girls are interesting, and now we got this new chick coming in who's she's a love interest of one of the other guys. I don't give a shit about that, man. I just where's Austin? I want Austin to come in here. I want to see more of Billy Gunn too in the promo for this week's episode. Billy Gunn is yelling at people. I want to see more of that. That's good. Get out of my ring.
You don't like Jericho?
No, Jericho's a horrible host. He's a great host for a regular reality competition, but he's a terrible host for a wrestling reality competition, which is weird because Jericho's one of the greatest superstars of all time, but he's too poppy. He's too poppy. I'm Jericho. I'm sorry, Jesse. Your dream is over. Who ends it like that? Who ends somebody's fucking show run with that? Your dream is over. What a dickhead. Y2 douchebag. What the hell? Your dream is over. Chris Jericho made me cry.
And what do you think's gonna be next for Cesaro?
Anything they want to do with him. This is, I have to assume he's going to be staying in this situation. He's not going anywhere. I think it's amazing that he's getting over so much to the fact that these matches that he's having are incredible, but nobody's talking about the fact that he's lost all of them. Even going back before the 2 matches with Cena, he had a match with Owens on SmackDown, which he lost. So he's losing match after match after match, but he's performing so amazingly well. And it's incredible to see. So that's been great. I'm pantomiming to my daughter, getting her ready for school, telling her to go deodorant and brush her teeth and make sure she has her lunch and her keys, because I'm a good father, God damn it. And even though I'm live when I'm trying to do that, but still, hey. It's okay. I now she knows because she heard me say it. I don't have to try to, use sign language.
You haven't put any pranks out on her lately, have you?
Not recently. I did do something though. What did I do? I can't remember. I got her good on something, but I didn't record it. But don't worry. I'm sure more magic tricks are coming soon. Stay tuned for that. What the hell was I talking about before I went on a weird parent tirade?
I think it was Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro. He's awesome. That's like, you got anything else for me, Pittsburgh boy? I got some other callers I got to get to, but feel free to call back in, of course.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right, I appreciate it, bud. Thanks for watching, man.
No problem.
Good call. Chris Warren, you were live with Dead on Dave. Thanks for being patient. What you got?
Oh, no problem, man. How you doing, man?
I'm alive, man. It's a beautiful German morning, and I am getting my daughter off to school. Just finished watching wrestling, did some croning. I'm a happy guy, man. How are you?
Doing good, man. Raw was great tonight.
It was. What'd you like about it specifically, man?
The Divas segment. obviously.
Yeah,
But,
that and the triple threat. That was my moments of the night for me.
yeah, in a matter of 10 minutes, the Divas division had some legitimacy now. All of a sudden, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It gave it
greater than.
Okay. I'm sorry I put you on hold there. Didn't mean to do that. Took another call, and it was a bad idea. We got trolls calling in, folks. We got trolls. But that's okay. We're not going to let it get it down because we're going to keep doing our thing going strong. You still there, Chris Warren?
Yep.
All right.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can. You were really shitty there for a second.
All right. Am I good now?
You're good. You're good. What else you got for me?
All right. That's all I really had to say. It was just the Diva segment was great. I love how at the end it panned over to Stephanie on the ramp and she just had this grin on her face.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Stephanie because did she not look like the world's sexiest flight attendant tonight?
Yes.
What the hell was she wearing? I don't know what it was, but I loved it. She looked great. She's got a rack, man. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that because one day I'd like to have Stephanie on the show, but maybe she'll be appreciative about the fact that I absolutely love her boobs.
I
have no idea.
All right, thanks for taking the call.
Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate the call. Take it easy, Chris. Woot Hat Demon, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Wool Hat Demon going once. Wool Hat Demon going twice. Wool Hat Demon, you're over the top rope. You're over the top rope. Siel, let's try this again. You are live with Dead on Dave. What you got for me? What you think of Raw, man?
Oh, sorry about that, dude. I was turning the fan off, man. I was trying to turn the fan off. That's what the noise was in the background. All right. But Raw was pretty good tonight. I like the Divas, the NXT Divas coming out, Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte. And the way they did it, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was different, and that's why I liked it. I liked that it was different than it usually is because there was no other plot lines to it. It was just bringing them in to set the Divas
called it
division on fire.
weeks ago. Not to cut you off, dude. You was calling it like previous weeks before it even happened.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be this close. I didn't think it was going to be this close. I thought it was going to be a little closer to SummerSlam. But hey, I'm glad they pulled the trigger. It made for a really memorable moment. Seeing all three of the women hit that submission was incredible. I loved it. I really did enjoy it. And it's going to be cool because we still have Charlotte and Sasha fighting over the NXT title because the tapings have already been done. So we're going to have, just like Kevin Owens, we're going to have dual situations happening, and that's just more Divas for us. So I'm happy.
Me too. I was just about to explain that. That's a smart move by the WWE to do this because we've been asking for competition in the Divas division.
Yes, we have. Now here's going to be the interesting thing. We're going to see if we really did want it, because we're going to get it now. They are investing into the Divas division. Now it's up to the fans. It's up to us to get behind it and support it because now we got it. We asked for it. We bitched about it. Give Divas a chance and all that. Well, guess what? Now we've got it. So let's see what happens with it.
What you think about the ending segment of Raw with Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar?
I was getting to the point where I was like, "Oh God, what's going on?" With Seth doing his screaming bit, and I wasn't happy with that. But that all changed when he first. Paul Heyman's promo at the end of the show was far and away superior to the one at the beginning of the show. It was incredibly well done. It truly, truly was. And then when Seth went to reach for that stick. And then Brock flips the table over, grabs it, puts it back on the table, and sits there and just gives him the go for it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love that. Go for it, bitch. I dare you. Take that stick. And he grabs the stick, and what does Brock do? He hits him with the fucking table. I mean, I've seen people get put through tables. I've seen all of that. But Brock actually picked up the table, which didn't look like it was a light one, by the way, and he smacks him with it. It was awesome. So Brock Lesnar, and then the rest of it was just good. The beatdown that started to happen. with Kane and Seth Rollins getting the best of Brock, but then Brock exploding and then taking out, shattering Kane's ankle. It was great. I loved it. I loved the whole spot.
Oh, and you called this Seth Rollins' face turn.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yep.
I do believe it's coming. I like the fact that he went off on Kane a little bit. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, I think it's coming. He's going to lose the belt. Now he's got nobody.
You know,
the authority is broken down now.
You know what I'm thinking? Triple H is going to screw him at Battleground, but I think he's going to send someone to do the dirty work for him. Like either Kane is going to come back and screw him out the match or something like that.
See, I don't think he's going to get screwed. I think to make this work, to make this feud with Triple H work, I think he has to lose to Lesnar legit. I think he has to lose Lesnar straight up clean, and then.
No, I mean like even if he went, like he could send like Sheamus out, or Kane or somebody like that. Sheamus still the people tend to forget Sheamus the Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah,
so he can cash in on something like that.
Well, see, I don't want to see that happen to the next night. What I think, for the purposes of turning if this is the feud that what I'm hearing about and what I've read about, that it's going to be Triple H and Seth Rollins, that feud is going to happen. For that to work, for me, Seth has to lose clean to Brock Lesnar. Brock has to show Triple H and the rest of WWE that Seth is not the diamond that Triple H was wondering if he was. So when he does that, then the next night, boom, we have a new situation. And I do think we're going to get more members of the authority after that, whether it be Sheamus or Kevin Owens. You got anything else for me, man?
Yeah, I didn't. The Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns, that the feud was good at first, but I'm not. It's kind of getting to the point that I don't care anymore about it.
The Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt. Yeah. Me too. It started out with a bang and now it's kind of fizzling out. I'm in agreement, but it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. I think it's still going to be a long-term thing. We'll find out. You got anything else, Sayel?
No, I think you did. Take my call.
Hey, what was your rating for tonight's Raw, by the way?
I give it a 7.5.
7.5 from Sayel. I appreciate that, bud. Keep on watching.
Right.
Talk to you later, bud. Wool Hat Demon, you are live. Are you there this time? You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Could you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. This is the first time I've used Skype, so I'm Skype illiterate. So.
No worries, man.
Yeah, it's a 6 out of 10 on Raw, by the way. I thought it was really good. Throwaway matches are throwaway matches.
There were a few throwaway matches. There were. By the way, Ramon Vargas, I should say. You can go ahead and call back in. I had to add you to the group call first, but go ahead and call back in, but I will take your call. Sorry about that. Wool Hat, yeah, absolutely. There were some throwaway matches, but I didn't think that it really took away from the show. I thought when it was good, it was really, really, really good. And
yeah, definitely.
It was entertaining. Yeah. It was entertaining as hell.
Exactly. Yeah, I enjoyed. One thing I was watching the Joe Cronin show. You guys were talking about Kane running for president. I had a really strange thought. What would happen if President Kane would nominate maybe Mick Foley to the Supreme Court? have Mick Foley come in and go into the Senate confirmation hearings. Mr. Foley, what do you think of overturning Roe versus Wade?
Well, let me tell you something. You talk about Roe versus Wade. What about when I ate those worms and I put those worms down my throat and I chewed them up? Have a nice day. You got anything else for me? You got anything else for me, Wool Hat Demon?
No, I'm all good, man. Thank you very much, man.
Great call, man. I appreciate it. Take it easy. Ramon Vargas, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got for me, bud?
Hey, man. What's up? I just wanted to ask you if you knew about that one classic wrestler, the one who was from Scotland. I can't remember what his name was.
Classic wrestler from Scotland?
Scotland forever!
I think that might have been his theme song.
I have no idea. Is that all you got for me? Okie dokie. That's lovely. It's Scotland forever. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead and check out this music by my good friend, my buddy, my partner, the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions. I have to go do something really, really quickly. But check out a little bit of music from my man, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, as I take care of this little bit of business, and I'll be right back.
Okay, here we go. I can show them how
to... or not. We don't need to have any music because what I thought I needed to do, I already did. So we're good. Back to callers. Pittsburgh Boy 96. God, I'm awful at everything I do. You're back live with Dead on Dave. What you got for me?
Yeah, while I was listening to you, I went onto Facebook. I just noticed that Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte are the #1 trend on Facebook right now.
That's not a surprise.
I mean, that's the first I've ever seen like anything wrestling the #1 trend on Facebook.
Yeah, that's not a surprise at all. I'm sure they're probably up there on Twitter as well. By the way, anybody trying to call Zachary Batten, make sure you guys go ahead and add me first on Skype so I can add you to the call. Please do that. Thank you very much. I will take your call, Zachary, but make sure you add me first. And you know what? Here's. Oh, you tried to. I'm sorry. You did try to add me. Pittsburgh Boy, hang out with me for a minute. Zachary Batten, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, man. So my friend just linked me to this. What exactly are you talking about right now?
Talking about Monday Night Raw, my friend.
Dude, I love Monday Night Raw.
Do you really?
Yeah, dude, I really love it.
What do you love about it?
It's just the excitement, dude. Like when I see a real good fight, I just it's just good. Like it makes me feel proud to be an American and stuff like that, you know?
Yes.
But
it makes us all proud to be Americans.
I know. I love just screaming, "Allah!"
Yeah,
what the hell?
Oh, people have nothing better to do, so they're like, let's go. Yeah, let's troll. Let's troll. We're cool. We're cool. Yeah. Oh well, what are you gonna do? We get the trolls and we kick them right over the top rope. We throw them out because that's what we do. That's not a big deal. What else you got, Pittsburgh Boy?
What do you think of this Neville and Stardust thing they did tonight?
I'm really glad you brought that up. Thought it was pretty damn good. Thought it was an interesting moment. Now, actually, I meant to get to it because Stardust made his return for the first time since the American Dream, his daddy, passed away, unfortunately. And I felt he cut the promo of the night. I really did. I felt he had an amazingly good promo. And then it just kind of went from there. I didn't really like the weird comic book thing they did with him and Neville, but I think that's just showing that they're going for a long-term storyline, which I'm not completely upset with. You know, he got a cheap victory over Neville in a decent match, but they didn't go all out. Neither guy really showed everything they can do. And I think both Stardust and Neville are going to work really well together. So I'm excited about it. I think if that's the way they want to go with a weird comic book storyline, then that's fine with me. But I love the promo that Stardust cut. I love the love that the crowd was giving him. So I was really happy with it. What did you think, Pittsburgh Boy?
I don't know if I should say I was shocked that Stardust won. I mean, he made his return. I guess it makes sense to have him win, but I don't know why I thought Neville was going to win that match. I don't know what led me to believe.
Before Dusty Rhodes passed away, he probably would have won that match. In fact, I think he did win a match over Stardust before Dusty died. But now, with Dusty dying, whether or not it's right or wrong, Cody's going to get a little bit of a push now.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he does with it from there. It should be pretty cool. You got anything else for me?
That's all I got for now. I may call back later in case I got something else.
Cool beans. Appreciate it, man. Pittsburgh Boy 96, everybody. Mac Robin, you were live with Dead on Dave. What you got for me?
Oh, hey there, Dave. I heard you were just talking about Stardust, how he came back.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird how he came back as Stardust. I don't understand it.
Well, he's been Stardust for a while now.
Oh yeah, I know, but I thought that after since his dad just passed away, I thought he would come back as Cody, and he would give us a little rundown or talk about his father.
That would
come
be
back
kind
as
of.
himself.
They can always do that. I thought it would have been kind of cool to go with the. What was it? The Cosmic Dream Stardust. That would have been kind of cool. I'm the Cosmic Dream, baby. That would have been kind of cool.
And yeah, I wanted to know again. So you think that Seth Rollins is losing his title on Sunday?
I do. I think Brock is walking out there as champion because it's going to set up things for the rest of the year.
Oh, as I was thinking this whole time that Seth is going to retain somehow, and I still think that.
Very
just
possible.
Because, yeah.
He could win, and that's kind of the cool thing the WWE is doing right now is they're keeping people on their toes, not knowing exactly where the storylines are going, and it's something that we haven't had in a long time. It's certainly looking like Brock Lesnar's going into this as the favorite, taking out the Authority, but it could be a way to bring up a new Authority. You know, maybe Seth is going to introduce some new members of the Authority, his Authority, a Shield 2.0, if you will, something like that.
Well, overall, I thought Raw was pretty good. I think I give it about a 7, but some of the stuff I have to say was a bit felt like the same old stuff like they always do. Like Paul Heyman at the beginning, I thought that was a bit repetitive, like he always does.
Yeah, he was trying to sell the pay-per-view. I give him a pass on it. His second promo, the one he did at the end of the show, was so much better. I forgive him. He's Paul Heyman. What are you going to do? You got to love Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I agree on that. But then also that Sheamus versus Randy Orton confirmed for the pay-per-view. I don't know who's excited about that.
Yeah, it's weird with Sheamus right now. They're not putting more of an emphasis on the fact that he's the Money in the Bank winner. Jesus, he won the Money in the Bank. Let's at least make it a thing, right?
Yeah, and even when he cashes in, it's not like it's going to be anything big. We've seen him as champion before, and no one likes him as heel or face the way I see it.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, you got anything else for me, man? I'm going to get to a few more callers. I got a bunch of calls going in. You got anything else?
I don't know. I just want to say thanks for taking my call.
Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate the call. Keep watching, okay, bud?
All right, thanks.
Mac Robin, everybody. Mac Robin. New School Matt. You are live with Dead on Dave. What's going on? What you got for me?
Not too much. Welcome to a new era of Matitude. All right, so we're here to talk about Raw. Let's talk about Raw. I thought Raw was pretty good tonight. I would probably give it an 8. Yeah, I definitely agree with 7.5. I was kind of wondering myself that too, but I felt like the first hour was pretty bad. Like with Paul Heyman's promo, it was all right, but not up to par with everything else. The promo he had at the end of the show was, like you said, 10 times better. What else? What else was good? Also, the Divas, that was great. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about the Divas. Do you think it would have been better if they just brought out Banks and they brought out Charlotte with Paige, and that was it? No Tanima or fucking or whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I thought about that. I thought about, wouldn't it be a little bit better if they just went with the two that we thought they were going to get? We're back up. I think we're good. If we are back up, we had a little bit of problem with the stream there, but we might be back on live. If we are, go ahead and hit me up in the chat. Let me know that you can see things yet again. because I'm trying to figure it out for myself. Video was interrupted. Yeah, it looks like we had a problem with the stream and it went down. And that sucks. Oh well. Oh well, the stream went dead. And so yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Peace.